just wanted to do a little housekeeping before we get to the actual recipe. The chicken is already seasoned and it's been sitting there for a couple hours in the fridge. I took it out about 20 minutes ago. It's somewhat room temperature now, but before we get to the recipe, the last time I posted a curry stew recipe on the TikTok. Yeah, you can find me at TikTok at Caribbean Pot. It's real kind of nonsense talk about people who are not familiar with the recipe saying it doesn't exist. Because you don't know about a recipe doesn't mean to say it doesn't exist. I grew up eating this. My mom grew up eating this. And my mom's mom, who was 104 when she passed away several years ago, grew up eating this. So please don't come on here, jackass of the scene, and say that I'm making up things. I'm not. This is very traditional. And essentially what you have here is 3.5 pounds of chicken. I removed all the fat and all of the skin. It was the legs with the back attached. I cut it up into smaller sort of serving pieces in there. And the full recipe will be available at CaribbeanPot.com in a printable format. So, you know, later on you can head there. It's going to be up in about 24 hours or so. It takes me that long to put everything together. But salt, black pepper, Caribbean green seasoning, tomato, onion. We've got curry powder in there, and Scotch bonnet pepper. So again, those are the ingredients. I'm not sure, did I say tomato? Well, there's a diced tomato in there as well too. You would give that a good mix and you would, let it marinate. I have 5 large potatoes that, nice big pieces like so, just in water so it doesn't discolor. And you're gonna need some water, and we're gonna need some brown sugar. We're also gonna need some ginger if you like bay leaves in your stew chicken. And essentially what we're doing is, in the Caribbean we have something called brown stew or stew chicken. The Southern Caribbean and Eastern Caribbean, we all call it stew chicken. In Jamaica they call it brown stew. And the sort of curry part of it is by seasoning it with the curry powder. And this is why it's important for you to allow it to marinate. We're going to shift our attention now over here. And if you've seen any of my stew recipes, whether it's stew chicken, stew pork, stewed beef, 1.5 tablespoons of olive oil and 1.5 tablespoons of golden brown sugar. Now what's going to happen here is the sugar is going to melt, and this is the stew part of things. The curry part was the seasoning of the chicken with the curry, so thus curry stew. What's going to happen here is, and my heat is on medium high, that sugar is going to melt. It's going to start going frothy. It's going to start going a sort of a deep amber in color. And I'm not sure about you, but I know with my stove, there are hot spots on the burner. So some areas get more hot than others. So this is why I move it around. Once it goes that deep amber in color, that's when you're gonna add the seasoned chicken to the pot, marinate and everything. You're gonna toss it in there. And I know that the first thing that comes to mind is, Chris, is this gonna be sweet? I guarantee you it's not gonna be sweet. This is gonna give you that sort of lovely Caribbean stew flavor and color. And notice how quickly it's coming up there to that frothy thing. Once it goes that deep amber, and it will be very smoky, so vent your house, it is time to add the chicken, because if it goes black, stop immediately, turn off the stove, let it cool, wash it, cool completely, let it cool completely, wash it, and start over with a dry pot. Or you're gonna end up with bitter tasting chicken, and we really don't want that for you or your family or anybody else. A little stir, and this is when I'm gonna start adding the seasoned chicken to the pot. Be very careful when you do so, because the sugar at that temperature will burn you like no tomorrow. Yeah? Add all that marinade, everything in there. Give that a stir. And I know some of you already watching me and saying, well, Chris, you're using a metal spoon. Listen, I don't like plastic. I don't own any plastic spoon. And wood, nope. I have a serious fear of wood. That doesn't sound so good, eh? Anyhow, let's save the tree. So we're just going to keep stirring that to sort of coat the pieces of chicken with that lovely color and everything that's down there. Just going to give that a stir again. And what we need to do is bring this up to a boil. You can see it already started releasing some of its own natural juices, which is fine. That is exactly what we want. But to help it achieve that, pardon me for a second, I'm just going to reach over Put the lid on there, give it a little crack so we have a little breathing there. Turn the heat down to medium high and let that go for about 5 to 6 minutes. What that's going to do is intensify the flavor and everything else. In the same bowl where we marinated the chicken, I'm going to add between 2.5 to 3 cups of water, because later on we need to add the water in there to braise the chicken and the potato to make sure everything is fully cooked. 6 minutes later, and it is time to do a couple things. One, give it another stir, and we're going to turn up the heat because we want to burn up all that liquid that sprouted up there, because that is what's going to give us that deeper, richer color and flavor. As that starts to happen, this is where now going with my grated ginger, because I love that deep ginger flavor in anything stew that I'm making. It just goes hand in hand. Now if you wanted to put a bay leaf in there, you can certainly do that. If you want to put some coconut cream, so instead of water, if you wanted to put half and half coconut milk and half water, you can certainly do that. I don't like the coconut flavor in here, but some people do. Now earlier when I mentioned that my grandmother was 104 when she passed away. Wrong granny, that was my father's mom. That was mistaken. But my mother's mother, she was 99 when she passed away. So yeah, we're dealing with something that is about a century old here, because she's been gone for quite a while, and I know her mom would have made that for her as well, this for her as well too. Lid off, crank up the heat, burn off that liquid 3-4 minutes, and we're going to add the potato, the water. Remember, the water is in the bowl where we marinated the chicken in. Right over here, you can take a little peek if you don't believe me. You can see it didn't take long. All that liquid is gone, and we're seeing the sort of oil or whatever fat. You know, I started with olive oil. If you wanted to start with coconut oil or vegetable oil, whatever oil you're accustomed using or you like using, you can rock that. In goes the potato. Got to stir just to coat, and you know, you really don't have to coat the potatoes as I'm doing here, but I man just like doing it, yeah, because at the end of the day that water is going to go in there and everybody's going to get kissed from all the flavors. Yeah, everybody enjoying that flavor that we have down in here, yeah. It's now time for the water, and we're going to bring that up to a boil. Then we're going to reduce it to a rolling boil and let that go until the chicken is fully cooked. The potato is nice and tender and starts falling apart. And the reason why I started with the tomato and a lot of onion at this very start there when seasoning the chicken is because that helps to build the body and sort of consistency of the gravy later on. And I would eat this with roti, with rice, with ground provision, whatever it is. It took about 3 minutes for it to come up to the boil. I'm just going to tuck the potato down to make under the liquid, that is, just to make sure that it gets nice and tender during the cooking process. Now I'm going to go on a rolling boil, so I'm just going to go medium low, and I'm going to put the lid on there. Of course, we got to have it slightly ajar there and let that go for about 20 minutes or so. The liquid may go down, so if you find it's going all the way down, if your heat is a bit too high, you can add more liquid or cut back on the severity of the heat. It's been going for 25 minutes. I did end up adding 3 cups of water in total, so I started with 2.5 and then I added another half cup of water. I just turned up the heat just a little bit more there, but this will further thicken as it cools down. And if you know, here's where you're going to personalize things, to be honest with you. You will decide whether the sort of gravy or the sauce is to your liking. You will taste it and adjust the salt to your liking. And if you want it to thicken up the gravy just a tiny bit more, you can just use the back of your spoon here, crush some of the potato, and that is it, that is it, you're done. What I like to do is, when finishing this off, this is when I like to add some chopped parsley to the mix. And the parsley will just sort of bring out some extra herbal flavor at the end here. If you wanted to use cilantro, totally up to you. If you wanted to use shadow benny, which is called culantro, you can do that as well too. All you would do now is I'm going to turn off my stove, give that a mix. My salt and everything is to my liking, and it's time to enjoy. Sup soldiers, Listen, if you enjoy this recipe, I'd really appreciate it if you hit subscribe and click that bell notification thing. If you've made the recipe, take a picture and send it to me. Email address down here. I mean, trying to tell people the email address, then Butts will take the address and do all kind of thing with it. And tag me on Instagram at Caribbean Pod. I really appreciate you guys, and thanks for being in my kitchen with me today. Irie. Chris here at CaribbeanPod.com. Always a pleasure having you all in the kitchen with me. Forgot to turn off the stove. Curry stewed chicken with potato. We went through all the steps. I told you the history behind it. And you know, some people, when they do this recipe, when they caramelize the sugar, we don't burn the sugar, we caramelize the sugar, they add the curry powder at that step. According to what I was told, the traditional way is what you just saw me do, is to season the chicken so that curry goes deep within the chicken, because you're gonna marinate it for a couple hours at least, right? So, that's just me. That's the way I learned it, and I told you all, the people I learned it from had real age on them, you know what I mean? Anyhow, the batter decreased for a long time. Chris here, CaribbeanPod.com. Always a pleasure having you all in the kitchen with me. The printable recipe will be available at CaribbeanPod.com within the next 24 to 48 hours. Irie?